Yo guys, Andy Zach here, and I'll be sharing some tips and tricks to help out everybody in their ranked games, and I use these all the time and they always work. So, let's begin. Our first trick starts on Nighthaven Labs when you're defending a basement site. I have it on secure area right now just to show off the stuff, but so firstly, when they get this wall from outside, you breach it, come into plain in sight. You should have a rotate into nanotech over here. From in here, you can always hide behind this and shoot. But what this trick allows you to do is if you vault up on here and go on this, now if you look over, you could get clear lines on their heads and shoot them. This works best with a 2.0 sight or a 1.5. Yes, you can get a little bit of an angle, but you can't really shoot their heads. But if you crouch and go up on this, you can get a really good angle. The next tip will also be on Nighthaven Labs. This next trick can help you if you're defending or attacking, what's this room called? Control room. So, all you have to do is either as an attacker or defender, go up on top of the warehouse rafters, and if you vault over here and look towards the left and hold forwards, you can get onto here. As an attacker, you can get a nice angle inside the site like this, or as a defender, it can be an unorthodox angle if they're trying to push through the doorway there or this window. You either could get some good head glitch onto this doorway if people try to run in. They'll definitely will not see you pushing. And if they get the wall open, if it's like a crouch one, you can either get decent angles through there. So that's the tips and tricks for Nighthaven Labs. Moving on to the next map. Alright, the next map we're on is Stadium Bravo. And this is a very safe grenade / ash spot. So like in Border, you want to break this window. Like that. And preferably you want to go down the stairs, but I don't really care, I'm going to jump off. And if you throw a grenade or something, like even an ash charge, you can blow up the bottom of the floorboards there. I mistimed it right now, but that shows like the little cubby area of armory site. So that's just a little grenade spot you can do. You can even rappel up there and then shoot it. It's pretty useful. Another angle you can get while rappelled up here is when you break this window, it's not like normal Border where you can only see left and right. If you go like up here, you can see more into the little office desk area. But also, if you push back a little bit, you can see all the way into the other side because there's no like boxes or anything above there like in normal Border. And if you get this angle just right, you can see into the little cubby area too. So you can apply pressure. You can even see someone that's kind of hiding behind there and get the bandits off the wall. Very useful. And I use this all the time in ranked games and always get free kills. Especially if you just put a claymore out there, they can't even run out on you. Even if they do run out on you, they have to go like across the map to even get to you. This next trick isn't that much useful, but it can help you at the start of the game. So let's say you go kitchen or something and you want to see if you're here. And let's say there's like, I don't know, someone droning behind this black metal box. Like this little black, I don't even know what to call it, sheet. What you can do is if you go all the way back here, break this wall, and step far back. I don't know if this is just on console, but I'm on Xbox Series X, but you can unload it if you stand far enough back. Whenever you aim in, it comes back. Oh, I guess back here not. But as long as you're using a 1.10 sight or you're this far back, you can see through it. So you can see anybody that's behind that metal bar. So you don't have to actually run out or anything like that. It's pretty useful. I've only used it like once or twice because the majority of the time you can see someone, but it's fine. The last tip for Stadium Bravo is when they go to the showers and workshop site, and you can counteract this one with an Azami. But what you should do is put a drone here. You can get on the little lip with here, and then you can just have a drone. Especially since they're gonna have a rotate, you can just see the entire site. This is one of the better sites, but with this, you can do it on all the windows on this map. Like the one over above Cool Vibes, you can also have a drone because they can't break it unless they have someone go through this window, but I doubt that. So what you need to do is just put a drone here and you can just red ping them too. They can put a zombies on the window, which is usually do for this site, because especially you can't really break the zombies unless you throw a frag for there. So it's really useful, so you should do that in your ranked games. On to the next map. This next trick is on Theme Park, and it's a really cool rappel point when you're trying to get onto the office balcony. Everybody knows you can rappel up the sides like this, but not many people know is that you can actually look right here, because the edge of the building's here, and you can rappel up here. And it's way safer, because if they try to run out of stuff, they'll have to get even a weird angle. They'll have to know you're rappelling here. And then you can just swing onto them and shoot. I've used this many times. You can either go up straight to the roof, so it's probably the safest part to rappel on. Also, a side tip while showing you this one. This entire floor is destructible. I have died this before. So let's say you're on defense and the entire team's attacking here. I had a pulse break that barricade below, throw a C4 below, and blow up. I got so mad I kind of left the game. But that's just a tip. I know I'm gonna hate for sharing this one if I see more people do it, but yeah, that's also very annoying. This next tip is a very cheeky angle you can use when defending. I have done this and gotten many kills. So what you have to do is, either you don't have to do it, but it works better if you reinforce it. Reinforce these two walls, and then you want to shoot out or make a little hole. This brown part's where the reinforcement ends. What you want to do is go up here and use like preferably a 1.5 2.0 scope. Just shoot this out a little bit more. And what you can do is when they run in there, you can just go like bam, and then dome them in the head. It is very solid angle and not many people will expect it. You can even make holes above. This is destructible, right? Yeah. You can even make holes above and get them like that. So yeah, those are very useful angles, I would say. I've gotten a decent amount. Sometimes they'll suspect it, but you want to do it just after the drone phase ends because then they won't realize, or shoot out the entire top, so they'll be more confused. But yeah, on to the next map. Honestly, I don't have much for border, but this is just something I always do. So when trying to push there's always this common angle that people will hold where you climb up the ladder and you're in that animation, and it can be really annoying. But this just saves a little bit of time, especially if they have this window not broken. Sorry about I just yawned there. I'm recording this pretty late, but you know, that's fine. So instead of getting this animation and it takes a while to run around the bus, what you can do is just come right here. It's like the theme park one, and rappel straight up. It's way faster, especially if it's at the end of the game. I forgot I have this Ash sight on. I was memeing. But yeah, you can just quickly rappel up there, and then you can get in here. Especially if you're rushing, it's just way quicker than going up the ladder, and you're not in a weird, awkward animation. But yeah, rappelling's pretty awkward. Plus, it's a weirder angle for them to spawn peek if they're looking through there. Sadly, you can't do it on this other side, but you can't even rappel on this side at all. There's no rappel prompt. Another thing I learned while looking around here is, if you have like a really zoomed in scope, you can get like a weird head glitch angle here. I don't know how useful this would be, but it exists. I don't see how that would help you, but since I don't have much for border, I feel like that should be a little extra thing I added. Alright, on to the next map. This next trick takes place on Emerald Plains. This one you should do if you're defending kitchen, or if you just want to get an awkward angle. I would never recommend doing this, like even going bar is just a really bad site. But what you do is, when you're defending kitchen, you put a little bit of holes there. Preferably you want to be a castle, or at least have someone watching, because you want something on this doorway. Maybe that wall reinforced and someone watching that. But what you can do is get up on the little music player. You need the glass here. You can't, actually I'm pretty sure you can't do it without, you can do it without the glass, but you just have a little weird head glitch. If I just shoot that out a bit more. Yeah, you can get an angle all the way down the hallway from up here. It's pretty useful. Gotten like 1 or 2 kills. You can even put like a small hole up there instead of doing this whole thing across the wall. But yeah, you can see all the way into the site. Even as an attacker, just to hold an angle or even break that and put a drone up here, you can see pretty good into that site. Especially you get that wall, watch someone planting, plant the bomb, then just go run over here. I have used this total of 1 time in ranked, and it worked out pretty well. Don't get Emerald Plains often. I think it's a pretty good map, but on to the next trick. This next one's a little cheeky claymore / grenade spot or drone spot. So when they defend kitchen, you see this little drone hole. You can put a claymore or something. I've gotten 1 or 2 kills because most of the time people pick Kona stations back there, or you can shoot their feet. That leads to this little corner area inside the site right here. Especially if you put a claymore, sometimes dumb people won't see the lights, especially if there's a Kona in this corner. Most people know about this drone hole, but I would say it's pretty good. You can even break that. You can even play from above there if you wanted to. That's in a little office area. But yeah, it's a pretty good angle. You can kill people. I use it. You should use it too. On to our final map. Our last map we'll be looking at is Outback, and this one they actually patched for a bit, but you can get around it. So here, you used to be able to get up on that little blue box, but then they got rid of the vault prompt. But since Ubisoft being Ubisoft, they didn't realize that they have an open railing. You see? So all you have to do is crouch through the open railing to get on here now. You can still hold this angle the same you did before, except you have a little bit of a tire, so I guess you can block some of the shots over there. Can you shoot for the tire? Nope. So yeah, this angle works just like when the rework first came out. On to the next tip. This next trick I use quite a lot in ranked when I do get out back, so what you can do is, depending on which wall you reinforce, both of them, well, no, you need to reinforce this wall. It's only when they get the breach open you use this trick. So you always want the right one reinforced when doing this trick, so all you have to do is vault up here. Mod 2.0 or 1.5 site. Now 1.0 can work here, and then you have this little angle to the breach. Unless they drone you, most people won't suspect aiming this high up, and you can get some free kills, even kill people rappelling. You could maybe get a spawn peek if you wanted to, but I doubt it. So yeah, on to the next trick. My final trick on Outback is actually pretty useful. I just learned about this today. That's why I made this video. So when rappelling up here, what most people do is they'll look at the spawn peek up here, and try to shoot the person. But this can be either useful in attack or defense, depending if your enemy knows this. Well, what you can do is you don't even have to peek. You could even just like be here. Let's say you have your drone. Let me drone real quick just to show you guys. And you know there's someone spawn peeking or there's someone repelled. You just yellow ping them like that. And at the top of the blue tarp, around this head level around here, you can actually just shoot through it. See? Shoot through it. You can just shoot through it. So you can just yellow ping them and pretty much dome them. Or even you can get an awkward repel so they don't even know you repel and be like, just like laser them. All you have to do is line it up. Be like, I want to shoot there. Peek down and be like, bop, 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 bop. So yeah, that's just some tips and tricks that I thought would be helpful. Just some weird angles, some useful tips. And if you want another of this, just like, follow, and subscribe. And hope you all have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one.